Hello trainers, we are back again this week with Spearow. I am on a London rooftop, so do mind any of the city sounds, even though the city is pretty quiet today. But we do have a very nice, pleasant, sunny day, and Spearow was hanging out, so let's go ahead and do this. Before I get started, if you like these kinds of videos, please drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when new videos are up. I am trying to do one of these every week, or at least every 2 weeks, with the goal of completing every Pokemon in every generation currently released, so this might take a few years. But if you enjoy the content, that's great to know. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We are actually only going to be taking a look at the normal form of Spearow, since their shiny form is not yet available in Pokemon Go, and this Pokemon has not yet been corrupted by Team Go Rocket, so we will not be taking a look at the shadow form or the purified form. And no, this Spearow does not have a party hat or a costume at this point. This is a very small Pokemon, but let's try and get a full view around Spearow. And you can tell, we'll go ahead and just start describing Spearow. So you can tell that the front of its face has that brown surrounding all of its face, and its beak in the middle is a light pink, and you have little thunderbolt eyebrows. They look really kind of cool, but Spearow does not look like they are in any kind of mood. They are just not having it. So we also have the two legs with the 3 toes or 3 claws coming out, light pink as well, matching that beak. And let's see if we can get a good look for its belly. It's a light creamy color, and you have 2 lines cutting across the stomach as well. And you have Spearow flanked by the 2 wings that are, I would say, a light red, and its eyes are a bit narrowed, and small black dark pupils. And I think that covers the front. Let's go around to the back, and a bit of an aerial view. You can see the front feathers create a kind of like an explosion, like a pie hit him in the face. And you can go towards the back, and that's black, the back of its neck and its head going down the way to the tail feathers. It's black, and the tethers that come out match that brown on surrounding its face. You have the darkish brown, and you can also see the feathers. It starts a light red, and it goes down in shades, and you have a pink kind of color at the tips, that pink that almost matches its claws and its beak color. Let's see. You can really see the feathers when they open up, just the layers. And you can really see how beautiful actually that pink is. I don't think that let's get that aerial view. I don't think that I very much paid attention to Spearow before, and in the detail that I am now looking at the feathers. And I really like its wings. They're very nice. Let's actually see if we can get a view of the feathers from below. So I can see that underneath the feathers, it continues with that creamy color that you see on its belly. And it's very nice. It's got a few color ranges, and yeah, that's a very nice color palette that Spearow here has. I'm just going to go around and get a few more angles. I like just getting a few glances. Of course, we don't want to get too close and we don't want to anger it because they can hold a grudge. But yeah, this Pokemon does not have any differences between male and female. This is a female Spearow. This little Spearow is going to be our buddy. And now let's go ahead and play around with Spearow for a bit. Okay, trainers. So we are now going to play with Spearow for a bit. And let's see Spearow following us. Those eyes, he's kind of curious. What are we doing? What do we want? So, just getting a little closer to Spearow. Get a small growl. And what we actually want to do is let's get a little far and let's give him a small pet. See if they enjoy that. So that's a very, very happy Spearow. Always want to make sure to play with your Pokemon trainers. And we'll go a bit more into the background on Spearow and its disposition. They are famously aggressive. Let's go ahead and see how they react to some treats. So you can see right away that Spearow wants that raspberry very much, and he is not going to take no for an answer. He wants that raspberry, so he will fly for it. And you always want to make sure to give your Pokemon some treats, especially when they are good Pokemon and they do well in battle. So let's go ahead and give Spearow this raspberry, as he has kind of worked very hard for it, being patient with us as she has actually. It is a female Spearow. Now let's try a Nana berry. That seems very excited for a Nana berry. And let's try a Pinup berry. So Spearow's very, very happy. Gives us a heart. And that's pretty much for the Spearow trainers. We will of course cover further information on the background on the last half of this video. And for now, let's just call them back and go on to the next part.
The official Pokédex entry for Spearow reads as follows. Spearow. Its short wings make it inept at flying high. Due to this, it can't fly long distances. It flaps its small wings busily at high speeds to fly and stay airborne while wandering about restlessly. However, it can fly around very fast to protect its territory. Spearow flies around ceaselessly, making high-pitched cries. Its reckless nature leads it to stand up to others, even large Pokemon, if it has to protect its territory. Even if it is frail, it can be a tough foe that uses Mirror Move. Using its beak, it searches in grass for prey. It also flaps its short wings to flush out insects from tall grass. It then plucks them with its stubby beak. It also moves about hurriedly and pecks at bug-type Pokemon in the tall grass. Farmers whose fields are troubled by bug Pokemon appreciate Spearow for its vigorous appetite and look after it. Spearow has a very loud cry that can be heard over half a mile away. If its high, keening cry is heard echoing all around, it is a sign that they are warning each other of danger. Unlike Pidgey, Spearow has a terrible attitude. It is very wild and will sometimes attack other Pokemon and humans. Trainers, we will now review Spearow in more detail and delve deeper into its background. Spearow show no visible differences between male and female. Originally from the Kanto region, they can be found in barren wastelands, fields, and open or rocky areas. They are quite versatile on where they can live. There is a preference to thick brush, but they also take well to urban areas where scavenged food and nesting places are easy to come by. In Pokemon Go, Spearow does not nest but can be found pretty much anywhere, especially around partly cloudy and windy weather. Spearow will feed on berries, nuts, seeds, and insects, including bug-type Pokemon. In urban areas, they also scavenge food scraps and can prey on the eggs and young of other Pokemon. Usually they flush out prey by flapping their wings and can also snap up food from unwary travelers in their territory. If you have raspberries, pinup berries, or nanap berries, they do enjoy them as a treat. Spearow is held back a bit by the small wings, but they have learned to use them in helping to find food in tall grass. They might have some disadvantages on their own, but in this too, they have learned to use their flocks as backup. By using their calls, they can signal each other and communicate. This is a huge advantage and helps them stay safe and protect their flock. Spearow also has good eyesight, although it is only black and white. Their flocks are not only important for protection, but also for being social. Trainers who catch a Spearow must make sure to socialize with them and with their other Pokemon, otherwise Spearow might become depressed. As the Pokédex states, this is a very territorial Pokemon. They don't like humans in their territory and will act aggressively towards them. If they sense danger, not only do they stay and fight, but they call for help. This can be very dangerous, so trainers, especially rookie trainers, must always be careful and take care. With small threats, Spearow can hold their own by clawing and pecking, but if they summon a whole flock, that's huge trouble. Tame Spearow can be friendly and tend to make good pets and Pokemon for beginner trainers, since they are so self-sufficient. In some areas, Spearow are regarded as pests, as they can sometimes take over areas and become aggressive towards people and Pokemon. The flocks they travel in can be considered beautiful by some, as they have their own formations, but while these formations can be used to protect each other from predators, they are also used to intimidate, bully, and attack other Pokemon that dare cross their paths, or dare to already have territory that the Spearow flock has a liking to. All in all, Spearow can hold their own in battle, but their aggressiveness can sometimes lead them to battle against stronger opponents, and they could end up hurt, so make sure to keep an eye on your Spearow trainers. The name Spearow is a combination of spear and sparrow. Its Japanese name is Oni Suzumi, which is a combination of Oni, meaning demon, and Suzumi, meaning sparrow. Spearow resembles a sparrow with characteristics of a Lanius shriek, including its hooked beak. My initial thoughts on Spearow were that they looked permanently aggravated, and their depictions in media definitely lend a lot of weight to that. Maybe at times undeservedly so. Based on the research, yes, much of my initial thoughts were correct. Spearow is an aggressive Pokemon, but that is not the case all of the time. Most of the time I have seen them in media, they are attacking other defenseless Pokemon for no real reason visible to the naked eye. This helps them be seen as only one thing. And to be fair to this Pokemon, aggression is not the only thing they should be known for. And when you add nuance to this, like any other situation, you can have empathy and behave better around these kinds of Pokemon. No Pokemon likes having rocks thrown at them, and defending themselves by asking for help from their flock is a valid safety mechanism that anybody would use if they had access to it. I enjoyed learning more about this Pokemon and what drives them. I can see their need to be aggressive, especially when they're on their own, and while their small wings can be seen as a disadvantage, they still make do and use them to help find food as well as move quickly around their territory in order to protect it. Their unique method of communicating with their flock, even from long distances, is a great evolutionary power that helps them thrive. Their self-sufficiency and smarts makes them good starter Pokemon, and a smart trainer would be able to teach Spearow to harness that aggression and use it to their advantage during battle. It will be great to return to this Pokemon when the shiny form and other forms are released in Pokemon Go. For now, I hope trainers have learned a bit more about Spearow, and like me, they are not completely blind to the other different facets of this Pokemon's personality and prowess. Okay, trainers, if I missed anything or if you have any thoughts on Spearow, please add them in the comments section below. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when a new video is up. I plan to release one every week with the goal of completing every Pokemon in every generation currently released. Please follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. The handle is @LondonInstinct for updates, posts, and stories. I am having fun featuring art submissions from trainers around the world, so feel free to submit yours too. Stay safe out there and see you next week, trainers. Bye.